All right, hey guys, look at this for a second. We are at a 6-shot string averaging 3162, and that's out of this Bergara Sierra 300 PRC. Let's walk up and look at these and talk about what's going on. So this is the 300 PRC light project that we talked about on a recent video. And those were the first 6 shots with the 150 grain AccuBond load that I showed you guys with Grand powder. And that's all new. The 300 PRC is new to me. Like, that's probably, those 6 shots, I have less than 20 shots in my life on a 300 PRC, and they'd all be from that rifle. So it's all new. Grand powder's new. And you know, like I talked, I realized this PRC was designed for the big, heavy, long 30 caliber bullets. It's the whole reason it was built as a cartridge. But it's super fun to me to try something different and see what it can do with lighter bullets. Now, I'm running that 22-inch barrel on that Bergara Sierra, so it's never going to be a speed king, right? But those velocities out of that 22-inch barrel, I'm a couple grains under max with Grand, and I feel like I could, you know, easily pick up another couple hundred feet per second. So could start pushing 3,300 pretty easy. Now, I don't know what that'll do to accuracy. We'd have to do it to find out. I am pretty optimistic with what I see here with accuracy. So one of the coolest things, guys, about light for caliber loads is the reduced recoil, right? With that 150 grain bullet and the brake, the factory brake on that Bergara, it's less recoil than a 7mm08. That's not braked. It's amazing how fun that gun is to shoot. And that gun's just right at 9 pounds with the scope and everything on there. So not super heavy, not light by any means. But let's take a look at these first 2 groups with that light load, and I'll walk you through them. So this group in the lower left was the first group, and these 2 here were 1 and 2, and then 3 flew up. Don't know if it was me, don't know if it's barrel heat, don't know if it just doesn't like this load, and the first 2 were lucky. We just have to keep playing with it. So then I moved the 0 up and to the right, obviously too far to the right. I just guessed on, I didn't even look in the scope to see where they were. But these were the next 3, and that might go an inch. Probably looks to me like it will. And I don't remember the order, to be honest, of those. So that's pretty promising for the first go here. I've got more of these with me. We'll shoot a couple more groups, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, let's go back and look at that target, and I want to talk about something. So here's the problem I have with this VX5 HD, and you guys have heard me talk about it, that it doesn't track 1/4 inch, okay? 1 click is not a 1/4 inch. So I've got this group here. I gave it 12 clicks to go 3 inches up. These are way more than 3 inches higher than this group as an aggregate, okay? And I gave it 4 clicks to take it an inch to the right. And it's at least another, 3 inches right. So these darn VX5. This has been my deal with Leupold now for a few years. I just don't get accurate tracking out of the adjustments. And I know somebody will say, send that back to Leupold, they'll fix it. And I'm sure they would. And I know they have great customer service. But when this VX5 HD first came out, they were less expensive than they are now. But I gave like $700 for that scope. And the fact that it doesn't track, and it's never tracked. Once you get the 0 where you want it, it'll hold. But getting it there is just a nightmare. Versus this Night Force that I'm running on a different rifle today, different project. Man, a 1/4 inch means a 1/4 inch, exactly. So anyway, just to lament over that VX5 HD, and I don't know, you guys are probably sick of hearing me cry about that scope, but let's send a few more of these 150 grainers from the PRC. All right, guys, I put 3 more of these 150 grain AccuBonds through the PRC, Velocity staying right in there with what we had on the first 6. And there's no signs of pressure with that Grand. I was a couple grains under max, so that's a good sign. And this Hornady brass, which is all I've got right now for the PRC. And I think if I'm going to get serious, I'm going to get some different brass. But let's see what this last group turned out like. I fiddled around a little bit too with the scope again. There's that last group. Not great. The first 2 are these 2, and that was the 3rd one there. I moved 2 clicks left, and it moved the group probably 1.5 inches. Crazy stuff. So our most promising group was that one with those 150s. And you know what? We're going to play with that. We're going to fiddle around with seating depth. We're going to get Dylan's rifle in the mix. We'll fiddle around with different maybe powders and powder charge. And I want to run those, some Barnes TTSX. I have some 168s. I have some 165 AccuBonds. Just all of that range for this light project. Gonna have fun with it, guys. So initially, I'm optimistic about it.